Pitiful. See what brotherhood earned them.
Makes a lot of sense that they brought back Zorba, considering that Luis wasn't going to have Fidelio or Basilio anymore. That's honestly, pretty good setup and death for Fidelio that they did there. I always call out games when they just throw a character away, basically, and kill them. Fidelio's was a little obvious that it was coming. I still thought there was a possibility they could switch it and kill Basilio instead, but I did think Fidelio was the most likely to die. You know, I think they did pretty good with it and all. Way better than when they set up Grius at the start of the game and then just immediately killed him out. But it makes a lot of sense they brought Zorba back because they needed to give Luis someone else to act as a right hand.
Lord Luis, that's what it all comes down to for you, yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong. Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our hope. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Luis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Hey! Seize the criminals who murdered His Eminence!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Dude, this means we're gonna get Basilio as the last team member. Let's go! That's what I wanted.
Shut up! What about Del? You saw what that bastard did to him!
Yeah, don't worry, we'll kill him later. Trust me, I'm all about murder.
I will not let you die in vain. Your brother didn't do this so you could get yourself killed. For now, please flee with us.
Shit!
Come, make haste.
Poor Del.
Oh, welcome back. It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect little else in Elda. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
We can do singing and celebration when we're dancing on Luis's grave for what he's done.
It's alright. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Del knew he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
I was kind of expecting for Basilio to, like, awaken right there, by the way, and, like, maybe have a boss fight with Zorba.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the far side mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
Who cast this curse?
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time. Damn it all!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Can we just get back to me becoming king, and then I can declare Luis's execution?
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Tell? What?
Oh no, he's hallucinating already.
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Del. I thought I...
Basilio. Sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Del, I only made it this far because I followed you.
You could just follow me now.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Del...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready? Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight, but why?
Let's go!
Star, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
See you around, Del.
Yo! I love it.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake! You were passed out! Don't scare me like that! Not that I can blame you. After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
It's you lot. From before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ardell. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad.
Thanks.
Let's go! Basilio the Bruiser, carrying his brother's honor, has become your ally. I love it. I was hoping you'd be our last team member. I think that Strohl's Awakening is still my favorite one. Because I've rewatched Strohl's Awakening a few times, and when Strohl gives his speech and then it shows like the image of his burning village and all of his people cheering for him, that gets me. This is definitely second place. A very, very close second place. That was a great awakening. Undoubtedly, like those two, there's not even any competition. Strohl and Basilio's awakenings clear every other awakening easily, even the protagonists. But man, they're a close first and second.
By God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Santifex Fallen right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor. But they need not share Forden's strength.
Are they not just gonna pick Godot?
I have brought her here.
They're gonna make Rella a figurehead? This is not gonna work out.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
This girl? She is your plan?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
Cease sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
And all Luis has is strength, and he's kind of killing it. So literally and figuratively.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well, that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
Listen, girl, if you accept, we will cheat. Right now. No hesitation.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
I wonder if there's going to be some kind of a twist where Rella actually is a villain. But I feel like they're pretty set in the villain being Luis now.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Luis, becomes proper queen and all gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
You think that Luis won't try to murder her?
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent.
I'm very interested to see the giant rock with Luis and Rella's faces on it.
If Luis and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake. After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Luis versus Rella. Frontrunner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right. His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Or I could be king!
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
We have to keep trying to break the curse, but we also need to get people to support the prince's claim to the throne. To move forward, we need to buy time.
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
Am I?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty.
Why don't I just become the king?
I don't think it's a bad idea, though.
Do you not get how dangerous this is?
I'm built different.
Ardell was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's Elda, the royal family's Clamar, and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of Elden blood.
What are the odds?
I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
I am the prince. Was that believable?
Even this doesn't get to you? Sometimes I worry about you.
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more. I pledge my sword to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Right then.
Oh.
Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince.
Are we gonna be able to fly now?
My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
My man. Hey, can I save, please? Oh, perfect timing. We have no clue what might happen in a situation like this, so once we're done with our preparations in the city, let's focus on tomorrow. But remember, the monks have their eyes on us. Let's keep our shopping to the Blue Sky Bridge area and return to the runner at night. All right, we're gonna save and wrap up here. Great stuff today. Awesome stuff. I am super excited to see where the rest of the game goes. We gotta be getting into like the final act now with everything that just went down. So I am very, very pumped for it. But yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch streams live, link to my Twitch channel in the description. I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate your support either way. And until next time, farewell.